So, Manohan ji,
Yes, sir.
you are from
Ganjam district, sir.
Punjab district. Very good, Bihar,
Yes, sir.
right? Right now you are staying in Kalinganagar.
Yes, sir. Bhubaneswar.
So speak something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Manohan Sahu. I come from Ganjam district. I have completed my +2 in Kavi Samrat Upendra Bhanja College, Bhanjanagar. I have graduated from College of Basic Science and Humanities, OUAT. Then further I have studied Masters in Material Science from Anna University, Chennai. Then I have worked 2.5 years in a research program in IIT Hyderabad.
On contractual basis or in regular basis?
That was contractual basis. It was a 3-year project, 3 years DRDO IIT combined project.
Right now what you are doing?
I am preparing for civil service.
Only.
Yes.
Totally focused. Good. Very good. So here what I see from your profile that you like to work for the downtrodden like tribals, right?
Yes.
What does it mean? Can you elaborate?
Because sir, I have visited Manohan district Gajpati district several times because my relatives are there. So there I have seen the situation of tribals, and even otherwise I read regularly issues of tribals and their problems and all. So I am very much interested for their development. So I want to work.
What kind of situations you have seen?
Like
You are inspired or motivated to work for their development. What kind of
they are sir neglected in terms of basic facilities, like they have problems in terms of food, in terms of education, in terms of basic facilities like home and basic water and health issues, all those things. And we have seen during COVID times, sir, how they are not interested in joining the mainstream health facilities. So in that sense, I am interested to work. I mean,
see, there are a lot of schemes
yes,
for development of the tribals. Like and so as you told that there is scarcity of food. Yes. So at the rate of 2 rupees, the rice is available in their roasting. And also now under this independent government, education has been also developed. Yes. Good infrastructure, good teachers. There are so many recruitments for the teachers. So in terms of education, there is development. Yes. And also there are good hospitals also in the interior places. Yes. So in that aspect, it is also developed. What more you need?
We built schools, hospitals, etc. But the thing is whether they are accepting those things or not. That is the main important.
Who is expecting?
Whether the tribal community, are they coming to the schools, whether they are accepting the health facilities, because programs are developed and uniformly they are implemented. So the issue is whether they are we are taking their cultural aspects in those schemes. So that we are.
Do you have any idea of percentage of dropouts?
That I exactly do not know.
Then how could you assess that people are not coming to school?
Because sir, regularly we are seeing in newspapers this kind of issues that are coming. During COVID, we have seen near to Berhampur and those.
Is that actually you told that you are visiting Ganjam is nearby to Gajpati district, your relatives are there, you are visiting. Yeah. So whether you are seeing it or you are observing from you are reading from the newspaper.
Both, sir, from newspaper also and from I have seen directly by visiting those places also.
So this is a kind of outward assessment. In figure, in black and white, you cannot say that this percentage of people, although they are they are not coming to school. So
exactly, I don't have the figure right now with me, but with my first-hand experience and from the news that I get, there are issues, sir. I think there are issues, and we can still improve upon. There are a lot of schemes that government is working. Yes, I agree, but you still.
And as you told about the food, actually the rice is provided.
Yes, sir. But during I think last 2 years back, we have seen in Malkangiri there is a Japanese encephalitis issue. Lot of children were died. At that time, we have seen they are eating that mango, certain things, mango leaves and certain other things they are eating, and their nutrition level is very, very low. We have this National Food Security Act long back, and we are providing food, but I think they are not accepting, or I think that is not enough. Only rice and that sugar that we are providing, it I think it's not enough.
Okay, if you are posted as a collector in Malkangiri, what should be your first duty for providing all these facilities to the tribals? What should be? Because as I perceive, there are a lot of schemes implemented by government of Odisha, and also there are a lot of supports from government of India. But in spite of that, if you think that there is a gap, what are those and how you are going to tackle it?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first thing is we have to understand the problem from their perspective.
Now, what you have understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I understood is we have to take those stakeholders into account. We cannot plan something for them and go and implement. We have to understand what they want and how they can be convinced. We have to take the leadership from the local level, and we have to see, I mean, if there are some people who are educated from those areas, we have to catch them, and we have to convince those people these are the benefits for you, and how it will impact their life, how the education will impact their life, how the health facility will impact their life. And a lot of places we have seen, sir, this superstition practices that they are practicing for their children and all. So we have to tell what are the benefits of modern health system, and if they are educated, then what their children can do, how they can be mainstream in the society. So first of all, sir, consensus building is required.
So,
Yes, sir.
what you are saying, actually, I don't agree with you.
Yes, sir.
See, a tribal lady,
Yes, sir.
His Excellency,
Yes.
Draupadi Murmu, is in top head of affairs, number one citizen of India. How can you say that there is no education and people, you will explain them, number one.
Yes.
Number two is in recent past there was a news that one Banda or tribe lady who got PhD, who got PhD. So you know, it is not Banda, it is Bhujia.
Yes.
It's Bhujia, right? So how can you say that there is no scope and they are not able to understand?
Commitment is going on.
Eh?
Commitment.
Yes, there are not people they have already uplifted.
Yes.
How could you say that they have not understand? And
Yes,
that means, is it not the way that the government is not doing anything and there are a lot of gap?
No, sir, I am not telling government is not doing anything. Government is doing a lot, and we are proud that one of the tribal lady from our state is became the president of India. Yes, I agree with you, but what I am telling is in general, if one or two persons are uplifted doesn't mean the entire society is uplifted. Still they are the marginalized section of our society. Like we say women are still the marginalized section of our society. Doesn't mean women have not empowered. They are I mean placed in various top positions. Like we have seen regularly they are cracking very good exams. They are occupying the high positions in even private sector. And even in politics, their now representation has increased. So yes, they have improved, but in general, still they are marginalized in comparison to the men. So similar way, I am telling, कि tribals are still suffering from these basic amenities in comparison to the mainstream society.
How many percentage of tribal populations are there in Odisha?
Sir, in Odisha, the percentage is 22% ST.
ST is 22%.
Yes. And SC and ST combined is I think around 40%.
Can you say some of the name of the tribes? Are there tribes or any tribes?
Yes. Santal tribes, we have Santalis, we have Kond, and we have Bonda, we have I think these four tribes I remember right now. I think there are many more tribes. Odisha.
Which district of Odisha is most predominated tribal dominated district in Odisha?
I think sir Mayurbhanj.
Right?
Mayurbhanj sir, I think.
You don't think?
Sir, I am guessing exactly.
No, you should not guess. There is a clear-cut picture is there, so you should speak. You should not think or you should not guess. Is it right?
Okay, answer like that.
Yeah. You should not think.
Okay,
Exactly. You said that I will gather information.
Yes, sir.
Right? I will update myself.
Yes.
You should not think. Right? Children, women and children development. Somewhere I saw in your profile that you are interested to develop for the women and children.
Yes, sir.
How they are deprived? What is the gap that you wanted to bridge it?
Because sir, generally we are a patriarchal society and this patriarchy still is in practice. So from home itself I have seen the facilities that the male person in the family get and the female person in the family get. So for example, in my family we have seen from the childhood that the girls should not do this and we should not invest so much in the girls' education and all. So this from family, from the birth itself there is a discrepancy towards gender. So and when they progress we have seen even in terms of the job that they do, we are telling the girls cannot join this kind of service, only a male can do this kind of service. If we are going out, the girl cannot go out in the night but a boy is allowed to go. So all these things leads to a discrimination in terms of education, in terms of health facilities that they get, in terms of nutrition that they get, and finally that leads to their position in the society. So for example, in villages and all I have seen most of the women, they are pressurized to be a housewife, even they are not interested in, they are interested in to do some job or engage themselves, but due to some family pressure and all they are interested, they are forced to be housewives. So that impacts the children also, sir, because if they are not empowered, how can they force their child, let's say it is a girl, to do something that with their choice. So
Can you name some of the great personalities of India who have worked or reformed for the development of women's sector?
yes, sir, from in the modern Indian society we have seen Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and Raja Ram Mohan Roy, then other people like D.K. Karve, then one personality from Maharashtra, Jyotiba Phule, yes, they have worked to improve the women.
What Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar did?
He opened girls' schools, sir, for 35 girls' schools for girls in India.
And what
D.K. Karve started Women's University in India.
in which year?
I think 1856 or something.
Sorry?
1756 or 1856, I guess. I am not recalling properly.
Who is the first women teacher in India?
Women teacher. Sir, I am not recalling. I think the wife of Jyotiba Phule.
You are missing that. You are talking about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. You are talking about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. They have not done lot. Very mere, very bigger. But the measure is the Mahatma Jyotirao Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule, without Savitribai Phule, these girls could not have been come to this stage. She is the first teacher in India.
Yes.
She was Mahatma Jyotirao Phule taught to his wife, Mata Savitribai Phule, and Savitribai Phule started school for the children. And these Hindu people, they did not like, because Hindu scriptures do not allow to teach the girls culture. Therefore, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule took a rented house of a Muslim Fatima ji, Muslim woman Fatima's house, and in that school she started teaching. And she was being tortured by anything by these upper caste Hindus.
Yes. Cow dung was thrown onto her. cow dung was thrown onto her.
Yeah, and you don't speak the original thing. Yeah. So she is the first lady.
Yes.
And to me, all the schools,
Yes.
particularly the girls children, they should not worship Saraswati. Rather, they should worship Savitri. Only because of her. Only because of her.
Yes.
They have been educated.
Okay, recently, Government of India has launched some programs for children and women.
Yes.
Mamata.
Yes, sir. This is government of Odisha scheme, sir.
Can you tell something about that?
Yeah, Mamata scheme is the it's something like ICDS we have, Integrated Child Development Scheme. Under Mamata scheme, there is a cash transfer for pregnant women to compensate their job loss. So government is providing 6,000 rupees, and there are also free health checkups during prenatal and neonatal
Do you
stage.
think 6,000 is good enough?
Sir, it's not enough, but yeah, I think government has calculated on the basis of nutrition and the kind of job loss they are doing.
Suppose you become the collector of the district. So would you like to enhance the money?
Yes, sir, we can propose to government regarding this, and finally it's a decision of the cabinet and the government. So
Tell something about Bhim some of the Abhijan.
sir, I am not aware of it. I will.
You don't know Bhima Bhoi?
Yes, sir, I know Bhimo Bhai, but Bhimo Bhai Samartha Abhiyan,
Abhijan.
that I am not.
New projects have started. So you should go through that.
Yes, sir.
So
What do you know about Bhima Bhoi?
He is a poet. Santha Kavi called him Santha Kavi Bhimo Bhai. So he is a great poet. That much I can.
Can you name one of his books?
No, sorry, sir. Actually, I am not a student of literature. I don't read much books, so I am sorry.
No, you may not be a student of arts, but you know
Sir, yes, sir.
history.
Yes, yes, sir. But I do not know. I look into it, sir. I am sorry.
Okay. And you know Sarala Das?
Yes, sir.
Who is he?
I think he is a poet, or I don't know exactly. I
Do
know
you know
that.
Balram Das?
Yes, sir. These names I know, but exactly their contribution I could not recall. Right.
If you do not know Sarala Das and Balram Das, you do not know anything about the literature.
Sorry, sir.
And one of the most important area of entire post syllabus is the literature, art, culture, literature. And Sarala Das is the first poet in Odisha. That is why he is called Adi Kavi. Adi Kavi. And he has written the Mahabharata, Oriya Mahabharata. And Balram Das, Lakshmi Puran. Usually in Margashira Mas, people are reciting the poetry Lakshmi Puran.
Yes, sir.
And that is the main thing. His poetry is being recited. And most important thing is Balram Das was born in 1475. When? It is 1475. And during that period, vehemently he opposed this, what you call patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
Yeah. And caste discrimination. The first person got, and thereafter Bhima Bhoi came in 1850. And he started protesting. So, particularly in order to know the literature, or in order to update your knowledge in art and literature, you must know about these great personalities.
Yes, right.
Right?
Thank you, sir.
Can you speak something about the Black Pagoda?
Yeah, Konarko is known as Black Pagoda. It was
Who called them kept in the name?
this English people, Britishers,
Portuguese. Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay, Portuguese called it. I called it Black.
Who came to India for the first time?
Portuguese.
Outsiders.
Portuguese.
Where they came?
Sir,
Where they came?
Calicut, sir. Calicut in Kerala.
Portuguese were the people who broke the magnet. Many ships were destroyed. So just for the knowledge I'll tell you. So So after the construction of Konark temple, so that they listen.
Yes.
So they तारो जो ताको वो जो विश्वनाथ है विशाल तो actually he चित्र कर दले lot of people are jealous ये छोटे पिल्ला कर दला so jealous है कि they actually ordered him order कर दले ओके दले पर it's माने को मंदिर में डेटा है ना so from Banaras special Brahmins had gone for the inauguration पूरा पूजा को मंदिर started when the puja started 2 rocks it fell. So it is in us, Raja Kali, what is this? The Raja Ragi said, from today, this year, puja will not be done. So for 100 years, it's a jungle, total jungle. Portuguese came, then they found the all magnet. That whole temple was balanced on the magnet. Okay. And the murti da because of magnet it used to asla wala lagi okay because of magnet so when is magnet ka kaatla pore pura total eta collapse they call it the black pura so it is very interesting you should know all these things
Yeah.
so what is the importance of Puri temple what is the mythological importance of Puri temple
Mythology, I don't know exactly.
So what is your idea? Puri Bhutar Jayadev?
Why should you worship Jagannath?
Because we called him the.
Because people are worshipping, that is why I am praying.
We called him the Mahaprabhu, means he is the Lord of, I mean the
Living Lord.
Living Lord, or the, I mean in gods we put him in the top position. Mahaprabhu, in Prabhu's even God, the God of gods. I mean, I could not explain. That is Mahaprabhu we called, and the temple was built in 12th century by the Eastern Ganga dynasty ruler Langula Narasimhadev, and from there I think I don't know mythology. I cannot explain, sir, why.
Okay.
You should know something about the background story. You should know.
Vihraj temple,
Yeah.
Konark temple, so and also Puri.
Have you heard about the Chausati Yogini?
No, sir, sorry.
You have not heard. You do not know the Chausati Yogini.
No, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you have any idea about the Buddhism?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever visited the Dhaulagiri?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That was the statue of Buddha. I think when he visited Odisha.
When I told you, you should not think.
That was the statue of Buddha we worship in Dhaulagiri. When Ashoka fought Kalinga War,
In which way?
that is 261 BC. Then when he saw the bloodbath and all, after that he was completely devastated. And later on he took Buddhism as the religion. So after that he built Dhauli, because
He built?
Dhauli, I think, for
He didn't build. Who was the Guru of Ashoka?
Guru of Ashoka.
I mean, who preached the Buddhism? Who converted
Sir, I
Buddhism?
could
That's Upagupta,
Upagupta, yes.
right? So, what is the name of that river?
Dayanadi.
Okay. Have you ever visited Khandagiri and Udayagiri?
Visited, I have a lot of times I am going in that road, but I have never.
If somebody Khandagiri represents for which and Udayagiri represents for what?
Both are Udayagiri is a Jaina place. Jainism is there. Khandagiri,
Who was the main propagator of Jainism?
sir, Bardhaman Mahavir.
Propagator.
Okay, in this part of the country, Kharavela was the propagator. He took Jainism and he only built Khandagiri and Udayagiri caves for monasteries.
What was the ancient capital of Odisha?
capital.
Even in the 7th century.
Okay. Sir,
You don't know. Binka. Have you heard the name of Binka? It is under Sonpur district. Binka in 7th century it was the capital of Odisha. Then in 9th century it is shifted to Jajpur by Jajati Kesari 1 and Jajati Kesari 2. They established the Jajpur Jajati Viraja temple, and then that was the capital, and then it was shifted to Cuttack, and recently we are staying in Bhubaneswar. So since you belong to Odisha, you must know something about the history of Odisha also, and you are not really lacking on that, right? What is the name of the goddess in Sambalpur?
Samleswari.
Sambaleswari. Which community people are the worshipper? I mean the priest of that temple.
That I do not
You
know.
inquire about it. In which year the Britishers came to India? Odisha.
Odisha, 1757 we have Battle of Plassey. I think that time they owned this Odisha, Bengal and Bihar provinces. So after that they started ruling these provinces.
No. Again you are thinking. I am sorry. It is 1803 when the Britishers came to Odisha. Have you heard about the Mahima Dharma?
Yeah, I know, but I am not much. I don't have much knowledge about my mother.
Any small knowledge?
Yeah, recently government has provided some funds to build temples for Mahima Dharma people. That I know. Recently there was a contribution from government side.
See, Mahima Goswami was there, and after that, Bhima Bhoi was the main, person who wrote Stuti Chintamani and established the Mahima Dharma. Bhima Bhoi took part in the year 1850, and he propagated the Mahima Dharma. Right? It's Mahima Sahu and Mahima. And earlier, there are two great places. One is in Tenkanal, that is called Joranda, and another where Bhima Bhoi was staying, that is in Sonpur district, Kalyapani. That is the original Dharma. Religion took part in Odisha, and since it emerged from the Odisha, totally protesting about the casteism, about the capitalism, and establishing the equality, justice. Therefore, it has got a lot of importance in the Mahima Dharma, and one and unique religion from Odisha. That is why one must know Mahima Dharma.
What is the contribution of Surendra Sahib?
Veera Surendra Sai. So he was the fighter from the western Odisha, Sambalpur district in the British, and he was when Marathas occupied Sambalpur. He was the one who fought that and led fighting from the Odisha side.
Okay, so we are moving to IR. So, what is the ramification of the Syrian war?
Sir,
Political ramifications, military and economic.
Sir, Syria being a country in the Middle East, we have lot of importance and interest in the Middle East. So, Syrian war was fought with the help of Russians in one side and the Americans in the Western power in the other side. So, due to that, there was lot of migration issue, and there is a lot of like where Indians, we have a lot of Indians in the Middle East. So, due to this migration issue, we also faced lot of problem. And economically, sir, because we are depending on oil and petroleum from the western, from the central India, central part of the world. So that also, because of that, we have differences of opinion because America was pressurizing us in Qatar when we are supporting to Russia, because Russia was supporting to the government in the Syria and Americans were fought from the other side. So there was a pressure from USA, and yeah, we have also political problems in Kashmir. So for that we have to take some stand either with the Russian government side or with the opposition side.
So human trafficking is going on? Is it in
Yes, sir.
everywhere?
Yes, sir. Going on.
So it's an international issue. Okay. So what is human trafficking?
Human trafficking is buying and selling humans either for sexual exploitation or for child labor or for drugs.
What are the 4 types of human trafficking?
4 types exactly I don't know, but I think human trafficking,
4 types means
child labor and sexual exploitation of women, and
bonded labor,
bonded labor and drugs. I think
trade bonds.
Related trafficking.
So what is your take on the Bangladesh refugee problem?
Yes, sir. We must have some strict rules and regulations because we are the one of the largest populated country in the world, and we cannot allow illegal immigrations to settle in our country because they create a lot of problem in terms of economy, in terms of demography, in terms of jobs, and in terms of illegal activities that they do. So yes, government has to do some kind of dialogue to the Bangladesh government, and we should maintain strict borders in the bordering areas of Bangladesh, and we should use technology, and there must be political dialogue and diplomacy so that we can handle this illegal immigration.
Coming to internal security.
Yes, sir.
So what are the major threats of internal security in India?
Sir, there are many international security threats. Internal security threats. Starting from, we have Naxal issues like in the state of Odisha itself, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, West Bengal, all these things we have Naxalism issues.
Suppose you are posted in Malkanmili.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So nationalism is on the rise.
Yes, sir.
So what will be your take?
Sir, my first priority will be to talk to the people, to the local people, and because they are the one who are either brainwashed or pressurized to join the Naxal movement. So first of all, I will talk to the people. I will say why, what is the problem that they are joining or they are supporting the Naxal groups. So that is the first thing I have to understand. Then once I understand their issue, I have to engage with the other stakeholders like their leaders and like the prominent figures in those areas.
But it is not so easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, sir. Yes, sir. It's not easy, sir.
They can, suppose the Naxals kidnap you.
Yes.
So what is your take? What do you do?
Sir, in the first instance, if they kidnap me, I will no, it's not escape, sir. No, first of all, I will definitely, if they kidnap me, I have to go with them. But later on, I will make some channel for them to talk to the government. And so, because they are kidnapping me because they have some larger issue, they have some larger goal. They are not kidnapping me to kill me. They want something by taking me from there, to their side. So that issue I want to communicate to the government. So I will open a channel, let them talk. And
another situational discussion we have. So you are the collector of a district.
yes,
Where communal problems is on the rise.
yes,
Okay. So your assistant also is one communal problem is there and totally there with guns and everything. So you go there with 5 of your assistants. Then you find 2,000, 3,000 people are gathered there and there's shooting also. So in that case, what do you do?
sir, first of all, we have to find the leader because we cannot
No,
control
there is
2,000
shooting.
people.
Shooting is going on.
Because sir, if they will not listen to us in the first place. So we have to find to whom they will listen. That
No, I am
person.
telling you situational.
Yes.
You have to think this. So now you are there and your some associate has told you, sir, that already riots have started and lot of people are there.
So in that case,
you reach there with 5 people. You have 5 people with your jeep. So now riots is going on and shooting is going on. Okay, in that case, it is situational. There, police force is not there. The police always come late. In the films you have seen. So when they will find shooting, they will not come also. So in that situation, what you will do?
Sir, first of all, the first thing is, if you are telling there is no police force and if I cannot control by asking the leaders, because the riot has already started. First of all, we can announce with very loud speakers that those who are, because
They are totally violent.
no, we cannot, I am not telling we will go in front of them and announce. We will we definitely will have some protection and some forces with protection. We will tell them to go and announce. Those who are outside should not go outside and should go back to their home, because we cannot stop the rioters, but we can stop those who are not
in
in
the
the
situation.
Yes.
So here you don't have any announcement, anything. You just this there. So here what is here you have to do. You have to save your people.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
So you have to save your staff instead of becoming bravado
Yes, sir.
and showing there.
Yes.
So that is also as a leader. You have to, sometimes you have to retreat
Yes,
to win the battle.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Manohan,
Yes, sir.
how many years Alexander the Great, reigned? How many years? Ashoka the Great ruled.
Sir, Ashoka, Akbar ruled from Sir, Akbar ruled from.
You need not require to calculate, just you try
Around
to
50
get
years.
You just try to get information. What I wanted to ask you that Akbar the Great,
Yes.
Alexander the Great,
Yes.
Napoleon Bonaparte, and Ashoka the Great, all these people are great.
Yes.
During that period, actually, there was no democracy.
Yes.
Completely, it was
Autocracy.
autocracy. Even though they could not rule their territory for a period of 10 years. But now, Navin Patnaik is ruling for how many years?
I think 22 years complete, 23 years is going.
25 years completed. And there was a celebration.
Yeah, this is fifth term and.
What may be the reason? Even in a democratic country, democratic situations, there are a lot of provision for raising of voice in the constitution.
Yes.
Still, and not that everything is going all right.
Yes, sir.
Still there is atrocity. Still there is caste violence.
Yes.
Still there is poverty.
Yes.
Still people are the farmers are committing suicide. Committing
Bureaucrats have
suicide.
become nominalized.
Eh?
All bureaucrats have become nominalized.
So what may be the reason as per you?
Sir, first of all, he came to power at that time with the name of Biju Patnaik. So that was his starting period when he came to power. That was the faith, people's faith with Biju Patnaik and the previous government's corruption. Prior to that, there was Congress government. So maybe I was not at that time very young, but I know, as far as I know, there was some corruption in the Congress government and the people's faith with Biju Patnaik. So he came to the power, but after 1 or 2 terms, now his policies, because Odisha was primarily a poor state in comparison to the other states. So the now is not also a rich state. We are in the.
Now do you think that it is free of corruption?
No, sir. Everything is going on. But right now, the main last 2 terms why he was in power, I think from my perspective, there was no strong opposition to raise the issues.
Or he has killed all the opposition.
Sir? Sorry, sir.
Killed all the opposition.
Yeah.
He has killed the opposition.
Maybe because, sir.
What opposition means actually people are not reacting or leader.
Sir, there should be a leader to whom people should. Yes, sir, but there must be a leader to whom people should believe. Like Navin Patnaik, in opposition, there must be a figure to whom people should believe that he will do something good for us. The opposition is completely.
Navin Patnaik, Biju Janata Dal is a regional party.
Yes, sir.
And other parties are national parties. Like
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
RJD
Yes,
and
sir.
BJP.
Yes, sir.
And many stalwarts are there.
Yes,
How can
sir.
you say that there is no opposition?
No, I am not telling there is no opposition. Opposition is there, but they are not. They have not become the stature of Navin Patnaik. For example, I am telling BJP is there, Congress is there. In Odisha, primarily we have three parties: BJP, Congress, and BJD. Other parties are there like CPI,
So do
CPM.
you think that only because of weakness of the opposition?
No, that is
party,
one-
he is ruling?
That is one side of the story, sir. I am telling this is one reason. Other reasons, the socio-economic programs that he is running. So because
What kind of social program?
like the provision of food, the provision of shelter, the provision of right now he is running the drinking water.
Do you ethically think that if you are providing a kilo of rice at the rate of 2 rupees and not giving any permanent sustainable development, then is it a right thing?
No, it's not a right thing, sir, but people have trust on those issues. It's not a right thing. I'm not telling it's a right thing. Because for example, my district, if I can take, Ganjam is one of the highest outgoing population in our state. During COVID, we have seen around 50% of our youth is in Surat. Ganjam's youth. Surat.
Okay.
So, but still.
So that means migration is there.
Yes, sir,
Poverty
that's
is
what I'm
there.
telling.
Poverty is there.
But despite of that, all the MLAs and MP seats of Ganjams are owned by BJP. So that's what I'm telling. Even there is no employment proper. I'm not telling no employment. Even there is lack of employment and poverty.
Many of my classmates of the report I'm telling, so they are ADMs and all, and so the like poll stations are also managed. Poll stations are managed.
Please, sir.
So, but people still trust because they are mostly, people are, I think, either poor or below poverty line or lower middle class society. They still see the benefits that government is providing is good for them, even with not good employment.
That means you mean to say that Navin Patnaik Sarkar is befooling.
I'm not telling befooling, sir. It's at the end of the day, it's a democracy. It's the choice of people. Sir, it's democracy. The people has the right and the choice that they can make. So I'm not the one to
That's
tell.
what I'm saying. In spite of democracy, this is happening. That is my question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People are voting him. So I'm not telling he is good or bad. It's not. I am not representing the all.
Do you remember Telangana Hatyakanda?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many tribals are killed there?
That exactly I don't remember how many.
Yes, there was a great riot in Fulbani.
Yeah, that 2008, I think the
Yeah. Yeah.
Saraswati non something and he was there.
Yeah, Dayanand
Saraswati.
No, it's not Dayanand Saraswati.
Some
Yeah.
yes, religious leader.
And in Balaghar district, people are migrating. So there are a lot of issues, social issues, religious issues, and economic issues, and political issues. In spite of that, he is certain.
That's what I think, sir.
What is the reason?
There are
Only
few
not the
reasons.
weakness of the.
There are few reasons. Weakness of the opposition is one reason. Other things is the social programs that he is running. So maybe people are trusting him on those programs, and maybe there is no counter narrative that other parties are able to set up that we can do something better than this, so that people will understand and people will believe. And I think in democracy, sir, what we are seeing in middle class and lower middle class countries, we need a strong leader, sir. Even if you have programs and even if you have policies, there must be some figure whom people will trust. So I think that is.
Okay, thank you, Manohan. Wonderful job you did.
Thank you, sir.
You will come to the flying manner.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am very poor in the history part actually.
That you have to take care.
Yes.
But wonderfully he explained, and also your presentation is really good. Your gesture, posture, and communication skill, everything is good.
Sir, any
one
other
thing is
area
that
that-
you need to update yourself for some of the areas, like in history part, you also have to
Particularly
and sometimes you are again trying to speak on a topic which you do not know.
Yes. Yes.
Honest to say that, and always fact and figures.
Yes.
And I think you avoid that. I think I achieve. As for me,
Think word most of the time you are using.
nah,
Don't use that. If you are sure, pretty sure, just answer it, or else just say that I will collect that information. Whatever it is.
if you are given a situation, then in that case you can say that if I would have been there, I would do. So rest of the thing is okay.
And one more thing, keep eye contacts with all the panel members.
Yeah.
You are
You
missing
are
it.
focusing on one person.
Yes, you are missing it. Okay.
Right here.
Or else you are not nervous. You seem to be
Like a balance.
quite balanced, gentle, sober. Everything is there.
Balance अच्छी है अपना लोगों का, वो करें. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great.